everybody, I'm going to be cooking up some of the crappies that we've been catching. I want to show you one of my favorite recipes. It's my own homemade recipe and it really comes out super good. So let me show you the ingredients first and then I'll show you the amounts I use and I'll show you how I cook them once we get things ready. Now what I'm going to be using a measuring cup and just a tablespoon here. I'm going to mix up my dry mix first. My dry mix just consists of the main ingredient of flour. So usually depends on how much you make. You'll need a minimum of 1 cup of flour because this recipe takes up a lot of dry mix. So now, see, 1 cup of flour. I'll put this in the big bowl. That is done. And then the only other thing I put in the dry mix is going to be some salt and pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and do a teaspoon. I like pepper, so I put a little more of a heaping teaspoon in there. Actually, I lied. This is the dry mix. So the dry mix is going to take most of the ingredients. I love Lowry seasoning. Now let's take this top off. Let's go ahead and do a tablespoon of Lowry's. This is the dry onions. I'm going to go ahead and put a tablespoon of the dry onions in there. Cayenne pepper. Let's get this. We'll just go ahead and go with a teaspoon of the cayenne pepper, depending on how spicy you want. And then I love garlic powder. I ran out of my old, so I just got my new. I use garlic in absolutely everything. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead with a heaping tablespoon of garlic powder. So that was easy. And that's my dry mix. Now let's go ahead with my wet mix. I always use like 4 eggs. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And one more little bit. Can't forget the beer. So we'll put a little bit of beer in there. There we go. And the only thing I'm going to put in this is probably just a little bit of salt with that. Let's get this all mixed up good. And let's get these guys mixed up good. Alright, everything is ready to go. Alright, these are some of the crappie fillets from yesterday, of those massive slab crappies we caught. I always like to make sure I pat them dry so that they'll hold all the mix and everything good. And those are all good and patted dry now. So let's get rid of the paper towel. Nice fillets, huh? Look at these dudes. That's a crappie fillet, folks. It's like, wow, how nice they are. Now, what I like to do, I like cutting them in portions, which I'm doing now. Just little portions. This is how I like to do it. I mean, if you got a deep fryer that'll hold the whole fillet, it doesn't matter. You can do the whole fillet, but this is how I do mine. Cut them into portions, just like this. All right, this next step is important for a really good breading mix to where it's all like fluffy and everything. First, we need to put them in the dry mix over here. So we just get them all mixed up good in the dry. And then we mix them in with the egg mixture. Just get them wet, mix them around a bit. Now we put them back in the dry mixture. Go ahead and put these over here. Okay, there's the finished breaded product. This is where I use the beef tallow. It's a high temperature deep frying oil. It's a processed beef fat. This is my itty bitty fryer that I got. And this is what I use to deep fry my fish. And the benefits of this beef tallow is that it's, I don't know if you can read this. This here has all the stuff that healthy benefits for you, vitamin D and everything, and it's great for cooking, frying at high temperatures. So this is what I use for frying. And once that gets melted down, we will be ready to fry. You can see it's melting up real quick. Once this all melts in this deep fryer, you let it heat up to, heat for 15 minutes before adding fish. And this one here, they recommend cooking at 390 degrees. So after 15 minutes, when this is all melted, it's definitely 390 degrees. So we'll turn back in when this thing is ready to cook. All right, folks, are you ready? All right, and the oil's hot enough, and the fish is ready to be put in there. So this fryer can only cook like 6 or 7 little pieces at a time, but you only leave it in there for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes is all that you need per setting. So you can still cook these pretty fast, actually. So let's go ahead and put 6 or 7 pieces in there. Okay, my last batch is all done. There we go. This dude right there. Shut off my unit, and then once this oil gets cool again, it gets to a hard form. It doesn't stay liquid when it's cold. So when I'm done with it, I just go, this one unit's so small, I just go ahead and I put it in the refrigerator until the whole unit, until I'm ready for my next cooking. But look how good these come out, dude. It's like, the key is dipping it in dry mix, then into your egg mixture, and then back into the dry mix, and they come out so crispy and unbelievable. So, well, I guess it's time to do the taste test. So I'll do a taste test for you, and I'll let you know what I think. Alright, let's go ahead and do this taste test I told you I was going to do. So I know it's already going to taste good because I've had it like this several times already, and it's epic. So crunchy, so good. And when you're eating this, you're going to think, man, this has got to be what food tastes like in heaven. It's like, crappie is awesome. This recipe is awesome. I hope you try what I just did, and I tell you what, you will love what you're tasting. So this next weekend we're going to be heading up into the hills, and we're going to be going after some crawdads this 4th of July weekend, and we're going to do a crawdad boil. I cannot wait. My kids and me, everybody else is so excited, and then we'll have friends over on Saturday, and we're going to have a crawdad boil. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you enjoy the upcoming episode when we're going to be killing the crawdads.